A streamer botting in Runescape live. My first thought was it had to be a troll. Who would do that? The tip-off says the streamer has been botting for weeks live on Twitch. And the guy who sent the tip-off even asked me if I could find a way to break the streamer's bots. Obviously, I went over to Twitch right away, and the streamer is currently live. It looks like he's botting on 2 accounts, both mining iron ore in the mining guild, and the bot looks homemade to say the least. But it is pretty efficient. It even banks the ores on both accounts. At first, I thought it was just mouse recording software looped, and also that maybe there was a massive stream delay so that people couldn't find this guy's accounts botting live. But just in case, I started hopping through worlds, and I hopped over 50 worlds and didn't find anything. But as I'm still hopping through worlds and watching the stream at the same time, the guy opens up the botting program live, which by the way is in Excel, and hops worlds showing his world location on both accounts. The bot on the left hops to world 362 and on the right 367. The botter resets the script and starts it, and I know the botter is near his screen. I hop right into the 362 and I try to get his attention. Clearly he noticed, but the stranger thing is, he doesn't seem to care at all. I started saying random stuff to his bots and nothing. I started talking in his Twitch chat. Again, nothing. You'd think that if you're botting live and someone logs in and accuses you of botting that you'd be worried about it, but nope. I eventually got tired of trying to get his attention and hopped off. But the next day, I checked his stream again. This stream has been going for over 4 hours and he's still botting. And I'm just determined to get his attention. I want to know why this guy is live streaming his bots. So how do you really get his attention? Break his bots. So I got out a bird snare and placed it directly under the bot. This is like a super basic script. So if I can get the script to click something that's not the rock, it'll probably break. But it looks like when the bot clicks the bird snare, it doesn't move the bot out from under it. It just doesn't click that top iron ore and then continues its loop. But I had another idea. You can actually place a cannon right south of the southern iron ore. If the script clicks the cannon, it'll definitely move it out of position. And I'm pretty sure any script made in Excel won't have functions to relocate the bot if it's in the wrong spot. The botter is clearly watching because he starts moving the mouse, which keeps teleporting around the screen because the script keeps running. Coming up, we get some verbal reactions from the streamer, but first. What are you doing in my video? Get back to where you came from.
Hey, what about my world?
What's wrong with it? Are you from a childish game?
That is not true. Hero Wars has vibrant graphics, cool gameplay, and a user-friendly interface.
Alright then, let's give it a try.
Yeah, tell them more about it.
In Hero Wars, everyone can find a character to suit themselves. We have cyborgs, aliens, vampires, even furries won't be disappointed. I'm going to unlock Chaba next. He's an awesome tank who literally devours his enemies. Celeste, though, is the real S tier. She can switch between a DPS dark form and a healer light form, which makes her useful in a lot of situations. There's really no game like Hero Wars. It's super easy to start playing, but assembling a perfect team of heroes is an art in itself. Hero Wars is a world of 6 unique modes, more than 300 Guild Wars servers, and 100 million players. You can play alone or see who among you and your friends is the top dog. If you click the link in the description right now to play Hero Wars, you'll get 30,000 coins, 600 emeralds, and 5 awesome heroes to start dominating the game right away. Thanks to Hero Wars for sponsoring this video. So, I've broken his bot, and he's finally realized what's going on. And then we get the first real signs of interaction from him. He says on one of the accounts, "Wall Street bets lost me money, so I will enjoy this." Okay. So he keeps trying to reset the bot, even with the cannon up, and I'm guessing he's kind of a noob to the game actually, because he doesn't realize that his script won't work if the cannon's there. Finally though, he decides to hop worlds to get away from me, but he's still live streaming, so I can just hop to whatever world he hops to. He resets the script though, and I'm getting other miners' attention around us, and I talk about that he's live streaming himself botting, which gets his attention. So he quits out of the script and starts to briefly mine some adamant ore on both accounts, I think to stay incognito and pretend like he wasn't botting. But again, he is still live streaming. That only lasts 5 minutes before he hops worlds again and starts to edit his bot in Excel. I'm guessing he's trying to make it so that it doesn't break when I put the cannon up. So he sets up the edited script, and while he's doing that, I dropped a God Sword under one of his bots, which of course, he didn't pick up. His script did not solve the cannon problem. I let his script run for a bit before I broke the bot again so he'd be AFK, and I picked up the cannon as soon as I broke it so he'd be confused when he saw the bot was broken, which led to finally getting a verbal reaction.
What the hell, dude?
So I have his full attention, and I asked if he'd be interested in an interview, but he said no and told me to look up a specific website he made that has Excel tutorials. I'm pretty sure he thinks I want his bot. A couple hours later, he goes to Varrock to mule his iron ores off, and I get his attention by putting up a cannon near his bot's trading. And finally, I convince him to add me on Discord. So we hop into Discord, and I straight up ask, why are you live streaming your bots? And he says the game is difficult and takes a lot of effort, especially as you age, but I'll set my guys up to mine you some gold. Biggest facepalm moment. Obviously I said no thanks, and that was the end of it. Maybe Jagex will pick up on his antics, or maybe, just maybe, he'll continue under the radar. Now, one of the detectives in the bot detector plugin Discord brought to my attention a very interesting bot farm in free-to-play. So here's what we found, and there is a lot of weird behavior about this bot farm. These are bots in full steel cutting use. But the first thing that's odd about their behavior is that they're not spread across worlds. They concentrate in 1 to 2 worlds, but at different free-to-play U locations across the game. So if you went and checked any one U location, there's a very high likelihood you'd see one of these bots, but only on 1 or 2 worlds. So there might be 10 to 20 of them on one world, and then 0 on most of the other worlds. But the really interesting part is that these bots don't seem to be getting banned. Take this one, Pedal RYPR, for example. When I saw the bot, it currently had 89 woodcutting from chopping U's in free-to-play. Now it's almost 91 woodcutting, still not banned, and I did report it to Jagex. With well over 5 million woodcutting experience, this bot has chopped over 25,000 U trees in free-to-play. 25,000 U logs is not that much today. They're only 175 GP each, so it's about 4 mil. 4 mil made from a free-to-play bot is actually kind of unheard of these days. This is the kind of bot we'd expect to get banned incredibly quickly, within 24 to 48 hours of playing on free-to-play. Each day, they seem to take over a different world's U-tree locations, and from day to day, you see different bots, so it's not the same 10 to 20 bots concentrated in one world day after day. It's like a cycle of different groups of bots that rotate out each day. This might be to avoid bans. I'm really not sure, but it's very bizarre behavior. Many of the woodcutting bots did have in the 70s woodcutting level. Other people have spotted a few groups of them that had well into the 90s woodcutting though. Next, we found a sneaky hidden bot farm quietly doing a pretty good moneymaker. Lots of tip-offs have come in about salt mining bots under Weiss? I don't know. To be honest, I've never really mined down there, so I didn't know what to expect, but it's actually one of the most bottable activities in terms of just being super simple and also highly profitable. There are lots of bots down here with right around 1,000 or 1,100 total level and basic quest requirements to get here. Lots are between 75 to 90 mining, some with the prospector outfit, some also just have jewelry and climbing boots. None responded to me, and I even saw multiple of them clicking back and forth on rocks before they even deplete. The activity is so bottable because you have these salts that you mine that are stackable in your inventory, and then you also have basalt, which you can note right upstairs of the mine with an NPC, so you can just stay in this area forever. I really wish I could see how much noted basalt and stacked salts these bots have in their inventory. You might think, oh, 75 to 90 mining, that's not that high. But mining anything here gives only 5 XP, and you can even get multiple salts per 5 XP. And you're making a good 3 to 400k per hour doing it, because the final product is teleports that players use for farm runs like Icy Basalt, which is 800 GP each. So gathering the materials for one Icy Basalt gives on average 15 to 20-ish mining experience, since you can get multiple salts per 5 XP. But let's say it's 20 mining XP, which you get per Icy Basalt, which is 800 GP, which means you're making 40 GP per mining XP. So if one of these bots has 85 mining, and let's say they only got 2 million of the 3.5 million XP from mining here, well, they've already made 80 million GP. 2 million times the 40 GP per XP. At 90 mining, they've made over 150 million GP. And the price of the final product, which is these teleports for farm runs, is pretty stable given the high demand and usage of the item. So these bots quietly sit down here, producing the teleports and raking in GP. Pretty sneaky. In a recent video, I found hundreds of bots around free-to-play mining, woodcutting, and questing in Draenor Manor with Kit in their name. People commented on the video maybe it's in reference to Kit Boga, who is a well-known anti-scammer YouTuber. And I think it was either a good guess or the botter saw the comments and changed his naming format, because now all across free-to-play we're seeing bots with a variation in their name of Kit Boga. I saw hundreds and hundreds of them across worlds stacked up doing adventure paths, which are basically tasks for early players that give basic supplies and low-level rewards. Here I can't see the NPC they're talking to, because if you click you're an experienced player on Tutorial Island, or you're a super high-level player and then the update came out, you can't do the adventure paths. But these Kit Boga bots were stacked up 5 to 20 per world, and they were just like loitering in front of the NPC, not moving. But obviously I'm just assuming that eventually they're going to do the adventure path system. Interesting that bots are starting to do that, probably for early resources so they don't have to mule anything onto the bots. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I decided to block out that botting streamer's name because he seemed like a noob, and the last thing you want is for a lot of people to go harass him on stream. I'll see you guys in the next one.